Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Crack Podcast. We got a segment called and in this segment we bring on somebody who actually might have played with you.
Oh snap! I know who y'all bringing. Who y'all bringing.
Oh shit!
I don't even know.
Right.
Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Oh,
Derek
snap.
Etienne Jr., baby.
My guy.
Yo, Derek, hey, don't expose me, D.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
D, you're here to expose him.
Hey.
Send your Venmo account. Shoot it over now. Yo, D. First of all, say congratulations on everything, your accomplishments. But we brought you on because we just want to have a conversation, not only with D, but some of his teammates, man, and know how is he as a bigger brother, as a teammate of yours, man. What's he like in the locker room, man?
Darlington is one of the closest guys I have on the team. He's a guy that I can joke around with. He's a guy I can vent to. He's a guy who, if need be, will put me in check. He's all those things, and like a lot of people don't get to see it because he's like real reserved. But Darlington's one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life.
Tell us a joke.
Tell
Yo, we were telling the Chicago story. That's the first time I yelled at Derek. I couldn't believe this, man.
Oh my!
You yelled at him
on the field, or off the field.
He killed me. So during the game, like me and a guy get into a scuffle, he kicks out at me. So I turn around, I put my hand in his face, and I touched his face, and he went down. This is like probably like the 25th minute. We just scored, so it was like, all right, like, and that happened. So Darlington, yo, hey, hey, come on, don't be stupid, come on. So I'm like, oh, snap, like, yo, I must have really messed up because Darlington yelled at me. Darlington never yelled at me. I'm like, all right, okay. So the half goes on, and I walk into the locker room. I'm sitting there cool, and I'm sitting there thinking everything's good. And Darlington, hey, yo, like, you trying to get a red card? You think I want to be out here running all this time? Why you get a red card? You stupid? I'm like, oh, man, my bad, yo.
Yeah. This man was about to have me out there 70 minutes, like down the man. That's a nightmare right there.
Yeah, that's a veteran.
So I was more pissed about that. Like, man, like legit, like 70 minutes down the man. You're just doing doggies at that point. You're just chasing them. I was heated.
Straight up.
Like, you ain't about to have me running more than I need to.
Yeah.
For 70 minutes.
Like, nah, we're not doing that. But yeah, that's I'm like, okay, all right. That might have been too far. I messed up that time. Okay.
Yeah, man. Now, D, what do you think you've learned most by playing next to Darlington?
See, that's a difficult question because like the stuff that Darlington does, I can't do. Like this guy, like there's times I get the ball, and there's times when like I'm scared I might lose the ball. I literally just give the ball to Darlington. Like there's a thing we say find deep. Like anytime I make a point that anytime we're doing any type of passing, I only pass to Darlington. Like everyone's doing the passing, and I'm just passing it straight back to Darlington. Like that's like it's insane. Like this guy is never worried. He's never rushed. Like I don't understand. Like, and I always joke at him because he's messed up. Like he'll be baiting in defenders. He'll act like he's not paying attention, and then he'll just drop his shoulder and dip out. And I'm just like, yo, like, these guys have families, B. Like, don't. Why are you making this feel this way? It's crazy. It's crazy.
These guys have families.
Oh, man.
But I'll add something to that. You know what I like, and I just heard from Derek what he said. because you are so reserved, and I spent a couple camps with you with the national team, so I got to see that, quiet, chill. We went out to dinner one night, what I'm saying, funny as hell. But the fact that you have that leadership quality, what I'm saying, that's something that I don't think people see. You know what I'm saying? Because people, I think leaders, lead by example. You got leaders that are, or captains or whatever you want to call it, that, shout and yell and they're all energetic and blah, blah, blah. But then you got leaders that lead by example. And then when they need to speak up, they do. And that for me, what I'm saying, is a true leader, because you don't have to say, you don't got to yell after every single damn play. You know what I'm saying? But when there's something serious where you need to speak up, you do. You don't let that shit, stay inside yourself. For me, I think that's a trait of a real leader, in that locker room. And that's you, man. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that about you. So I'm happy to hear that, that you have that trait in you to be, that leader, in the squad. And that's why you are who you are. That's why you've won so much, so, big respects. So big respects.
Yeah. Yeah. To add to that, like, you got guys who, like, Darlington don't need the band. Like, there's a lot of guys, have those guys who find themselves to be the vocal leaders of the team, who are always, right there to speak and all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, but it's like it don't matter who it is. If it's the youngest guy in the room, or it's the top guys, the coaches. When Darlington speaks, everyone, you stop and you listen. And it's, like, I don't think a lot of people actually do realize how important Darlington is to all the teams that he's been on. Like, yeah, you might have the guys who get all the headlines and all that stuff, but, like, he makes teams tick. I think that he needs to get his flowers, because I feel like a bunch of people are playing with Darlington like this guy ain't the GOAT. Like, he's not top 5.
Top 5, definitely. Definitely, man.
My little bro pumped me up, man.
But
I'm just speaking facts.
No doubt, Darlington. I'm a huge fan of yours, and also I got a chance to watch Derek grow as a player as well. What would be one of the one things you would tell Derek, like a gem that you think would help his career go to another level?
Yeah, D, tell me about the gym.
The gym. I mean, I tell him, hey, I say there's always eyes watching. That's one thing I always tell him. Even like if I get loud with him, if it's in training, I had to yell him in training the other day. It was something, we were just doing a little scrimmage, and he started popping off. They brought in these linesmen and stuff, and just I was like, hey, there's always people watching. Because for me, he's had a great season. And I'm not just saying that because he's my teammate, he's my little brother, but I'm like, you were just talking about that top 25 list, but he needs to start creeping up and, working his way towards being in that top 25 list. And I think this season he proved that, he can do whatever you ask of him. He got the goals, got the assists, and I mean, y'all, especially me being in midfield, I want a winger that goes both ways. Pause.
Sorry.
Thanks, everybody.
The group chat gonna hear about this one.
This man, hey.
Oh, man.
This what Derek does.
This gonna be the last show of the podcast. This is the last show.
Derek, they don't say pause in Cleveland. How he start saying pause, man?
You about to get canceled.
We getting canceled. That's the wrap.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
I had no idea you was that person, darling.
Oh man!
Hey, you started. I told you changed me, man. You started acting.
Oh man! But
I'm just giving this man his flowers, like I said.
No doubt. But D, thanks for joining us, brother.
Of course.
All right. Good luck. Peace.
Later, guys.
So Justin, where you from?